Underway. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Henry again on second down. And look at this for the second straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon, but this is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. They go play action with Jackson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now they work on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Purdy. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Henry up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Ravens are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Leonard Floyd.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And got his man complete. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 77 yards. And the 49ers have regained the lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Ravens ready to take over. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. They go play action now. Jackson. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And his throw is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Purdy looking to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Throwing here, Purdy. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, 46 yards. And the Niners will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Moody good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone, powering his way forward. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. We are just getting started here at Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. 1 quarter in the books. 17-6 our score. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are back within a score. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49ers settling in for their next drive. Well, they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Back to throw, Purdy. Open man is Jerron Jennings. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. McCaffrey running up the middle. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They work now on 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Third down. Here's McCaffrey. Down the sideline he goes. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown, 49ers. Jordan Mason from 3 yards out. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Pass interference, defense.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
They'll try and sneak it.
I've been fortunate enough along the way to see 2-point conversion attempts in all levels of football. That's my first quarterback sneak for a 2-point conversion attempt. That's actually insulting to a defense. I'm just going to tell you straight up, and they didn't get this
I was going to say, they were insulting those guys in the middle, though. They stood tall. They won the trench battle.
Yeah, they did. I think they stared them all the way back to the bench like, are you kidding me? I cannot believe you made that call.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Out of the gun, Purdy. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Purdy will throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Down the left sideline. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 76 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
His throw incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now because a look of surprise on the big fella's face, because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And the 49ers first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. This one caught by Kittle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Now it's 2nd and 10. Purdy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Purdy from the gun on third down. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Got a man down the field. It's Bateman. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Well, now they'll try the end around. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So it's one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. On third down, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They have delayed what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They go play action with Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Fighting through, and he's got space. And out of bounds on the other inside of midfield at the 45.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
Now Purdy.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
Escapes the defender.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Zay Flowers and his offense about to begin their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now it's Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase it or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here's Purdy.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Finds his man. It's Kohler. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at the 34. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Trenton Simpson.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Henry running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
And now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. So this, not a stat line that you'd expect to see. 2 touchdowns for him now in the ball game, both coming on the ground.
And while it may be unusual, it's obvious they found something that they like on offense and they can use against the defense. And I think they'll continue to go to it until they stop them.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The 49er offense. Get this drive underway.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the fourth and final quarter of action. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Purdy from the gun.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mason. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Jordan Mason,
his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the 49ers are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
So after the main field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly, trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Touchdown!
Brandon Ayuk,
his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Niners are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Ravens offense back out there. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Jackson now down around his goal line. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fred Warner, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big, they just sent their receivers out, let it fly, but the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the backfield to pass protect, and sometimes trying to protect the QB, you hold.
And the key word, as you noted, protect, right? Sometimes you get out of position, get out of whack. It's just quarterback protect mode, and he got nailed for the penalty.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Purdy looking to throw. That's caught downfield by Kittle.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This is McCaffrey on the give.
And he's got it down to the 28. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Back to throw, Purdy.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson.
On target to his man, Likely.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
16 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
Sometimes when you're trying...
This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go play action now. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Charlie Kohler, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And they'll try a little razzle-dazzle. And he's going to get in for the 2-point. This a 10-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. That one looks like he'll throw here. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he will have a Niners 1st down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. Purdy now to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. With a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the 49ers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So here's Mooney back out there now to send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
On the podium is Commissioner Goodell. He'll present the Lombardi Trophy to the San Francisco 49ers. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.